What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to the Lamonts G Custom Live Show, the number three podcast. I'm going to be honest. These damn gray hairs falling everywhere. I'm going to be slap honest. I don't have nothing to talk about. I had a awesome weekend. Took my wife out to dinner. Yesterday, woke up, had some projects I had to take care of. I put some security cameras and lights up around the house. Upgraded that a little bit. And came back in, ate on some food that I cooked. Watched the TPSA halftime show, which it was awesome. Awesome. Listen, shout out to the whole organization, TPUSA organization. Shout out to Kid Rock, the other artists. Um, it was awesome. It was awesome. I will have to say some things happened that I don't know how to feel about. I was angry when it happened, but you got to take a step back and put things in perspective. My daughter come running in there, after I watched the TPUSA, excuse me, halftime show, and she told her mom, "Oh, Bad Bunny was great. Bad Bunny was awesome. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Didn't understand his music, but he was awesome." And that tells me because nobody knows anything about this clown. So somebody on TikTok, is trying to try to rally up young people, ignorant-minded people, slow people to watch this trash. And listen, I didn't watch Super Bowl. I think I told you guys I wasn't gonna watch the Super Bowl. Shout out to I think Seattle won it. That's who I. If you know football, you know these things. If it's not rigged, which a lot of professional sports are rigged. Now I wouldn't have said that 20 years ago, but if it's not rigged, then if you know football, you know who's going to win. Seattle's defense is one of the best I've ever seen in recent memory. Um, they had a proven quarterback. A lot of good people, a lot of good guys at the right position. Seattle was the standard this year. I still say that L.A. and listen, I'm not an NFL guy. I didn't watch a lot of games, but you get the feel. You watch them one time and you know what you're watching. I still say L.A. Rams and Philadelphia were still good teams, but Seattle was the standard. Atlanta, well, if they get one or two more pieces, they're gonna be what Seattle was this year. And remember me saying this. If Atlanta gets one or two more pieces, they got the coach. If they get one or two more pieces, they're gonna be where Seattle was this year. Um, I don't know. We're starting a new week. In the news, there's just nothing different. There's really nothing different. I mean, if you're the type that you end your work week on a Friday and you start your weekend doing what you do and you wake up Monday morning, it's a whole new ball game. Well, you would honestly say there's nothing really changed. The lady out in Arizona, she's still missing. That's headline news. The Iran situation, that's still headline news. Um, most news outlets are hiding the Epstein thing, which I'm about sick of that anyway. I'm not sick of it as to we still need to know who these creeps are, who these devils are. But I'm sick of it because you got just certain people just want to spin stuff, tell lies, and they get away with the lies. But in the news cycle, there's just nothing different. I don't, I guess the people gonna make the Super Bowl their the number one priority starting the week, and that's great. With me, if I had a news agency, if I was a journalist or reporter, I would start with the TPUSA. Um, Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show, man. Beautiful show. And shout out to them guys again. I know I'm repeating myself, but damn it, they put on a show. And but wow, just nothing in the news, man. Just a few things, just in case you did not know. I watched a video, and I don't know how old this video was, of a Columbus, Ohio police officer responding to a call going 92 miles an hour, blowing through red lights, which that is a no-no. I don't know where this woman got her training from, but that is a no-no. And she hit a truck, split the truck in half. The guy was ejected. I don't think he was wearing a seatbelt, and he died. And she had made a comment because she wanted to know how the guy was doing, which that's human. That's normal. But she was like, if this dude die, I'm gonna lose my job. And I'm like, if you would have said that maybe 9 hours after they released you from the hospital in your own home, okay, I understand. But you was right there on the scene, less than 30 minutes after this accident happened, and you make this comment, that was pretty egregious. But yeah, that was I thought about that all weekend because I don't know. I guess different people when that adrenaline is going through their racing through their veins, and that dopamine is kicking in their heads. Um, I guess people react different, but you do not put any other individuals at risk when you are responding to a call. I don't care if it's Jonah. Hell, I don't even know what the hell Jonah did in the Bible. If it's Moses and he's calling for you, you don't put anybody else at risk. When you go through a red light or intersection, you slow down, you yield, because that you have something that the perp or the individual that you're responding to don't have. You have that radio. You can have other units closer get there faster. You can have helicopters. You can have drones. But to put individuals in harm's way is not great. And like I said, I have no idea how they do their training. In Alabama, we have one, two, I think three police academies in Selma, Alabama, and Tuscaloosa, and Jacksonville State. Uh, Up here in Jacksonville State, I went to the one in Selma. Now you have municipalities like Birmingham. They have their own academy. Not sure if anybody else in Alabama have their own academies. I'm really not sure, but I do know, like in Portland and Tulsa and places like this, they have their own academies. And like I said, I don't know. I know the police standards, peace officer standards. They have to be adhered by, in all academies. But I just, if you in Columbus, Ohio, if you in Chicago, Illinois, your training could be way different if you was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So, and what I mean by that, not your basic training, but your traffic may be a little different because you're dealing in a different element, So, but anyway, Lord knows I don't want to go off on no rambling kick today. But there's just nothing out there, man. It's nothing out there. I don't want to bore you guys. I will say this, and don't know if I'll end it with this, and maybe something else will pop up in my head. But I was editing some stuff and getting ready to download it, put it on different platforms. I went on Rumble, And I don't know how to read Rumble, to be honest with you. I really don't. I created my Rumble account simply for the fact Chad Jackson and Vince Everett Ellison was going to have a documentary on Martin Luther King, and it was supposed to premiere on Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. Netflix or Rumble, but that's the only reason I created a Rumble account. And don't know, a lot of people say, oh, it's just like YouTube. And basically it is if you get down to the meat and bones of it. It's just like YouTube. But I went on there yesterday. Well, was it yesterday or the day before that? And to edit and download some stuff. Upload some stuff. And all of my videos, all my podcasts, all my shows from November, December, and January. Well, I can't say all of them, but let's just say 90% of them. They had available for monetization or could be monetized. I'm like, really? And I'm like, I've been bragging on Twitter. The podcast has taken off so big on Twitter, and I'm grateful. And I put out a video, thanking everybody. But on Rumble, oh my dear God, everything is just, and I didn't even know. I did not even know everything on Rumble was heavily viewed, and they got two different viewing things, which like I said, I don't too much understand about Rumble, but overall views and some kind of captive view or something like that. But anyway, it was like, many, many, many views here, many, many views there. 90% of the videos, you go to Twitter, pretty much the same. On YouTube, and Facebook, I don't get too much traction, which, like I said, I don't care. I would love to get more traction on Facebook, but because those are the people I grew up with, or family or friends, But I get absolutely no traction on Facebook, none whatsoever. As of right now, Rumble is my number one platform, and I'm not even on Rumble. I created that account to watch that documentary. I post some stuff on it just because I can, But the traction is unbelievable. And I think I put up one dealing with the national championship game in college football. And I previewed something else, and by those two, monetize, and pretty much all of them said monetize beside them, but the availability to monetize, but I don't care about having them monetize, man. Um, send that money to charity, for all okay. I wish I could send somebody some correspondence and tell them that send it to charity. Let that benefit some St. Jude kids, man, who really, really need that money. I'm around a McDonald house, because if I won the lottery, that's where that money would go. I would take care of my children, because I wasn't able to give them a head start, until their adulthood. So I would give them a boost and give the rest of it to Ronald McDonald House in St. Jude, man. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. But anyway, yeah, man. So Twitter, I love you. Facebook, YouTube, I love you. But Rumble, God almighty knows. That's where people are watching Lamonts G and Custom Knives, the #3 pod show. That's where people are watching this podcast. And I thank you guys. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I really do. I just hate that today it's just nothing. It's just nothing. I don't get into, unless it's Pacific and I have a stake in it. I don't get into um, the celebrity gossip garbage. I don't do that. I know I did a video on Antoine Daniels and Corey Holcomb beef, but that's because I got stake in one of the individuals, and had a lot of people coming at him, and I just wanted to defend him. But other than that, I don't do the celebrity stuff. And there's a lot of information out there. There's so many black female celebrities that have that I guess back in the day decided that their career was more important than doing what God put them here to do, which is to give life. And many of them had abortions. Many of them just flat out didn't want to have children, and now they're in their 50s and 60s and they're crying about it. I don't give a damn. I don't. I got 3 beautiful children, 3 beautiful grandchildren, and God has given me everything I have asked for in my life. I'm blessed. Blessed. But yeah, man. Um, the police thing that kind of bothered me this weekend. And then, I I've been on here rambling too much, so I'm gonna end it with this. And guys, I apologize. I really do. I try to be professional. Come on here with some news of the day, some information that may touch somebody, help somebody. And there's just nothing out there. But let me be quick with this and get you guys up out of here because I don't want to bore you. But I took my wife out to dinner. I went to this world-renowned restaurant. It's very famous, probably in every country. Real popular here in the United States. And we get to the desk, and the guy said, "Okay, how many?" Well, there was some people in front of us. It was about 6 people in front of us. And they went on in. We were next. And the guy comes in, "Okay, let me try to find something." So my wife and I were looking around the restaurant or the dining area, and ain't nobody here. Nobody. You may see 6 to 7 booths filled, or got 2 or 3 people in it. It's just nobody at the restaurant. So he come back. He said it's gonna be a 10 to 15 minute wait. So we looked at each other. 10 to 15 minute wait for what? I was like, okay, I'm hungry. I've been working all day. I haven't ate since 6 a.m. and it's now 7:45. Yeah, okay, I'll wait. I'm starving. So we finally get seated, and we find out that you have 2 servers. I don't know if the woman who was at the bar, was she a bartender, was she a server, or was she the manager, because she's running up and down this place doing all of them. She's serving at the bar, she's bringing food out, she's back in the kitchen cooking, so it's more likely she was a manager or a lead. And the guy who I think was the cook in the back, he comes out busting tables. And I'm like, for this to be a national chain, this is a shit show. Thank God. All I ordered was some calamari, some stuffed mushrooms, I think seafood stuffed mushrooms, and they brought out a whole bunch of that little stuff they bring out before you dine, like little biscuits or rolls or whatever. My wife ordered some drinks from the bar. They were garbage. But I got to thinking, a major chain like this on a Saturday night, and you have nobody working. You got more patrons waiting out there in the waiting room than you do employees working. That was incredible. That was hard to believe. But that type of restaurant, I probably visit twice a year because I'm allergic to a lot of what they serve. That's why I just ordered the calamari. Anyway, I tried to tell my wife, "Hey, that was a Valentine dinner. That's your favorite restaurant. That's your Valentine dinner." She said, "Hell no." So I'm like, when is Valentine? So I got to take you out to dinner again? Damn. See, this one thing I hate about the commercialization of these holidays, man. Because you got a lot of people who believe and love these holidays. I don't. One day is not above the other unless it's Easter or Christmas. Excuse me. Not even my birthday. I don't even look at my birthday as being anything. Okay, this is my special day. Fuck, it's just another day. And this Valentine crap is gonna cost money. After that you're gonna have um, what's after that? Some other type of holiday. We're gonna go store bought barbecue and all that garbage, and it's gonna the weather's gonna be warming up, and then we're gonna go into Easter, and Easter we're supposed to celebrate the crucifixion of Jesus, but now we're gonna be buying eggs and candy and this and that, and them damn Reese's Pieces or Reese's Cup eggs. It's not the Reese's Cup. It's actually Reese's eggs and that Cadbury eggs. See, these some bitches gonna make me fat and broke because I'm gonna go buy up everything I see. I love them. Why do we have to make everything commercialized, man? Jesus Christ. Let's just celebrate the day as we go along. I don't believe in season the day. What's it, carpe diem? I don't believe in season a day because it may not be a tomorrow. Fuck that. If it's tomorrow, I'm gonna celebrate tomorrow. If not, then it is what it is. One day is not more special than the other, in my opinion. But anyway, let me get out of here. I have bored you guys to death, and I do apologize. I am going to do a little studying and putting some stuff down on paper just in case we have another day that's just nothing going on in the world that's substantial. I'm going to kick a little knowledge because I'm not going back to school, but I am going to continue my studying. Getting this second degree drained me. It really drained me. So I'm still studying. I'm not going to stop that because I want to learn something new every day. So if I run into another day like this where there's just nothing out there, I can have a fallback and kick some knowledge, on some things, sociology, political, what have you, and go that right. But guys, listen, I appreciate you and I love you more than you will ever know. I really do. Just a little something I do just to, spread a little joy and love. And you guys have supported me unbelievably, and I love you, man. I love you and I appreciate you. The the information, Yeoman3573 on Twitter. The conversationalist Zuki3 on Twitter. Harvey Lamont Richie on Facebook. And honestly, I can't remember what the heck it is on Rumble, but next time I'll let you know because apparently that's where everybody's watching me. So you guys stay blessed. I love you and I appreciate you. And listen, stay safe out there, man. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. And I will see you next time.